The line now from Berlin is our correspondent Nick Spicer. He has all the details for us. And Nick, first of all, what exactly are the new measures?
Well, the measures were announced by Angela Merkel, the outgoing chancellor after 6 years in office, and the incoming chancellor, Olaf Scholz. And basically, just as you said, if you're not vaccinated, and 69% of the population is vaccinated, you will be able to go grocery shopping, you'll be able to go to the pharmacy, you'll be able to go to a bakery, and that's about it. So forget going to the cinema, forget going to the restaurant, forget going to museums and so on. All of that is no longer allowed. The other big measure that was announced is that the new government in the new legislature will be pushing for a vaccine mandate. In other words, you will have to get vaccinated by the beginning of February, probably. You won't have any choice in the matter. This law project has to go before an ethics council. Of course, there has to be a discussion about it, and there will be a free vote in Parliament. Olaf Scholz, who is the incoming chancellor, expected to be sworn in next week, said, of course, he would vote for it. He issued a personal appeal. And Angela Merkel, who is entirely leaving the political stage in Germany, who won't have a seat in the next legislature, said she personally, when asked, would vote for it as well. So those two things go together. There's a lot of pressure basically now on getting the people who aren't vaccinated, and they have tried to ensure that 30 million doses are available to be given to people who haven't been vaccinated at all or who need a booster shot by the end of 2021.
So two big landmark measures there from the German authorities. I suppose the next big question, Nick, is will they work?
I mean, it's hard to see how you can escape the unpleasantness of not being able to, go into all of the places that other people can go into. If you want to go buy shoes, for instance, that appears to be off limits, or to go to the cinema, that's not going to be happening. And there's actually another measure that I should have mentioned, where if I want to, for instance, spend time with my neighbors or I can meet with one other household and two people from that other household. So there's a lot of restrictions and a whole bunch more as to public gatherings and so on. So there's that pressure. And then coming into the new year, it looks like you will have to get vaccinated. So there is in Germany different groups of people who are against vaccination for different reasons. There's a lot of vaccine skepticism in the former East Germany, where there's just a mistrust of authority. If you look at Saxony, it's not even over 60% there. That's part of the former East Germany. And there's groups of people who, particularly on the far right, who are against the measures, the lockdown measures in the name of freedom. But I think, basically, as the Berlin mayor was saying at the press conference, listen, Germans, you're used to not crossing at a red light at 2 a.m. in the morning, even when there's a police officer here. We're counting on you to follow the rules without having somebody looking over your shoulder. So, we'll just see if that actually is what takes place. But it looks like it's going to be pretty hard to not get vaccinated in Germany coming into the new year.
Nick Spicer for us there in Berlin. Thanks very much indeed.